Hello, Graybeard here, and welcome to the channel. We're gonna ride the Jansno X50 today. Give you a little overview of it. Some folks complain in the comments that, well, won't you give us a good look at the bike? So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, got the mag wheels, 7-speed Shimano. It's definitely a nifty little bike, especially for the money paid. They're getting cheaper though. Gotten this and shipped to the door for I want to say $801.38 was the exact price. Let me wipe off the lens just for good measure. And I've seen them. I calculated it up on Amazon, some other bikes that are fairly similar to this one that you could get shipped to the door for a little over $6. You got to look and look and look though. Scroll through a bunch of bikes, and that's the only thing. When you mess with bikes of lesser known names, you don't know what you're getting quality wise. I mean, even on this one, I didn't know nothing about Jansno, if it was a good bike or not. So far, it's been okay. Squeaky brakes. Like I say, it came with another set of pads, and I've been contemplating throwing them on. Let's go up the hill. Hopefully it ain't bobbling as bad as it did on that Polarna video. That Polarna video was actually the last one I filmed. My knees letting me know, hey, we're going up a hill. Got a truck coming. But either way, it still goes up a hill pretty decent. Big old dog, he's fenced in though. Jeff, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It would help a fella out. And definitely hit the like button and comment. Every little interaction helps. Making sure you're all the way up and everything. You can go ahead. Oh, we're only on pedal assist 3. Yeah, every little interaction helps. Even the back ones are squeaking a little bit, but not near as bad as the front. But I've sanded the crap out of the rotors and the pads. It's got to be in the pad, I believe. Yeah, it's looking like it might rain. It's not supposed to. Oh, let me get out of pedal assist 3. That's one thing I gotta say about this bike though. It does good in as far as getting you up to 28 usually. We're going up a hill right now though. Yeah, by the next ride we do on this, I'll have them brake pads switched out. and hopefully they do okay. We're still going uphill. I can say at 23, I can actually feel myself pedaling, but barely. And my knee don't like it. That's where that Amiet S8 comes in handy. It's got 2 motors. Yeah, if you do go to buy the Amiet S8, make sure you buy the dual motor S8. So I had one person comment how to get that back motor working because he didn't have the switch over here, the AB switch. And unfortunately, if it don't have that switch, you don't have a front motor. And he didn't know that. He'd already purchased the bike and everything. He never confirmed that's what it was, but he said it didn't have a switch like on my bike, so I'm pretty sure that was a single motor. Woohoo! I think that guy didn't like going around me. I didn't notice he was there until he went to go around me. Kind of startled me, actually. That old truck has seen some things. Like I said, I hope it ain't bobbling too much. My chesties pretty tight. I'm hearing the rear rotor on this one a little bit. Just a skosh. We're kind of heading into the wind, but it's still getting us up to 27. Somebody's washing clothes nearby. I could smell the dryer with the softener sheets. We've never went up into this parking lot before, I don't believe. Got the mountain right there. You can see 460. You'll see cars going by. This used to be a busy little plaza. This over here used to be Kroger's. They closed down. Post office is over here. Social Security Administration. Got a Dollar Tree. There used to be a Family Dollar here before. I believe it was. Excuse me. Thank you. Yeah, it used to be a busy little Kroger's right here. Now it's just withering away. I could have geared down a little bit. So like I say, these bikes will make you lazy. You'll forget to gear down and jump because you always know you got that motor to help you. Yeah, it's been trying to think how many years it's been. Probably 6 to 8 years or so since they closed down. This road right here, it's one of the busier roads, but it ain't near as busy as it used to be. Everything's pretty much moved over to Bluefield, Virginia for the most part. Yeah, Bluefield, Virginia used to not get the traffic it does. That's a rough spot there. Salt in the wintertime got to it. Yeah, salt will eat a daggone concrete out. Woohoo! Ba-dum. Yeah, I don't know if it's sold or not, but this car wash that I just passed by was up for sale recently. I don't know if it still is. I don't know if somebody bought it or not. That must be a Subaru. It sounds funky. Got the opposed 4, flat 4, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I had a couple of videos in the bank. That was the last 2 you've seen if you watched them. The Polarna one and the last one that I just put out, the Amiet Caught in the Rain. Yeah, you know it's not a good area when you see a shoe randomly on the edge of the sidewalk or side of the road. It's like, what did they do? Throw it off and then walk home with one shoe on? What causes a person to do that? Yeah, like I say, another short, or what do you call it, weak spot on the Jansno X50 is that your rear suspension. I mean, it's nice that it has one, but woohoo, they could have done better, especially at pivot point. I might throw the factory shock back on it soon, but it's the old bowling alley. It gets busy sometimes. It's not very busy right now. It's a Sunday, but I don't know what I was hearing over there. Rat-a-tat-tatting. Kept looking back, but I didn't see anything. KFC. Used to be a Pizza Hut right around here somewhere. Let's go back the other way, and guess what was right around here? No, it definitely wasn't further down the road. It had to have been right here. I think that used to be Long John Silver's. Or no, let me see. Used to have you had the KFC. That looks brand new. It looks like they redone it. Had the Long John Silver's and had a Pizza Hut. You can't mistake a Pizza Hut though. They may have tore the building down. This might be where Pizza Hut used to be. I can't remember. Yeah, this old curb. No transition for smooth entrance for anybody in a wheelchair or on a bike. Yeah, you gotta, like I say, when you go to buy these bikes, it's just my opinion, get at least a 750 watt. You don't want it to be your max either. A lot of them will say 750 watt peak. No, you want it to be like 1,000 peak. Otherwise, you're not going to go over 20 miles an hour, if you're lucky. I guess it depends on the bike and how well it's made, this, that, and the other. And you got some companies, like I say, it depends on how they rate their motors. But I would say at least 1,000 watt peak, 750, normal. But woohoo. Was gonna go all the way out to the Goodwill, but I didn't see the point. Got some good views around here though. Going alongside the mountain, you can see it up ahead of us too. If you look good enough. We're going downhill. I'm having to hit the brakes because it's bumpy. If it wasn't so daggone bumpy, I wouldn't worry about it. Alrighty, let's get on some smooth terrain. Alrighty. Yeah, if you look up ahead, you can see the mountain somewhat over the trees. Doing 29. Of course, we're going downhill. Not real steep, but it's downhill nonetheless. Like I say, this ain't the best bike out there. I'm pretty sure there's a lot nicer bikes than any of them that I have. But bang for your buck, it's a decent bike. Darn good bike. For the 800 price point, you ain't gonna do much better than this unless you buy a used one that's in really, really good shape. That's of a higher quality. I don't know about anybody else's area, but I look here and there on the Facebook Marketplace and junk like that. Some of these people, I swear, when they go to sell one of these, like a electric brand, used, they want like new prices for them. I guess they don't think people will look and see what they actually go for. And some of these lesser brands. Electric's a big brand though. It's an American company. Of course, they're still made in China, I would assume. But yeah, I was about to try to pedal, but we're doing 24, 25. It was already above the speed to be even try. The mountain. I wish the camera showed it like I could see it. Looks pretty cool. I mean, it looks good on the screen once I view it, on the monitor. But it still ain't as it doesn't do it justice. Yeah, I meant to do a little sample video to see if this camera's still doing that bobble. Like on the Polarna video, if you go view it, you'll see it's a little bobbly, like the image stabilization wasn't working correctly. I didn't touch any buttons. It just did it like that. Yeah, the last video I did, I actually filmed it before that Polarna video. Now, I wasn't thinking, I meant to release the Amiet one first and then the Polarna, but I did it backwards. Like I say, when you're riding a bike, and a lot of people, how much can you get out of a charge? Well, when you're riding a bike, it all depends on how fast you're going. Like I'm basically wide open right now. You ride it like this, it's going to go out the quickest. When they say up to 75 miles, that would be in pedal assist 1 with you pedaling. Yeah, you get 20, 25, 30 miles straight battery. And that's if you're not wide open. But yeah, just running around like I am right now, for the most part, hardly pedaling. you'll do good to get 25, 30 miles out of a charge. I mean, you'll be doing really good, especially on this bike, because the battery's it's the smallest battery I have. But it's worth it. I mean, to not have to pedal and you cruising 25 to 28 mile an hour. It's cool. We could go ahead and hit the park real quick. With it being overcast, it's going to probably look dark and dreary. Being a Sunday, traffic's a little less. Of course, you see a lot up ahead of us. I just now got one car coming up behind me, and for some reason they got their, oh, they was turning. Had the right turn signal, and they did turn. Woohoo! Woohoo! Still showing 5 bars though. We ain't really rode that far, but I figured I'd have lost 1 bar by now. Like I say, this battery ain't that big compared to the other two. Yeah, video always comes out a whole lot better when the sun's out though. I wish the sun was out. And we're actually going through a little bit of a cold front right now. Early August, and it's 67 degrees right now. I actually contemplated wearing a light jacket, my little windbreaker. And I said, I should be all right, and I am. Usually when it's in the 60s, I get a little chill going down the road. Getting older, I guess my circulation ain't as good as it used to be. I am glad they paved this right here though. Wish they'd have paved the whole thing now, parking lot included. Of course, it's probably like that everywhere. When they pave, they just pave what they have to. It's not cheap. Not cheap at all. And then they come through here in the winter time with a plow. Plow ain't easy on the asphalt. Not easy at all, I tell you. A Glamouflage Camaro. I wouldn't call it camouflage. I guess you could. That's why I say Glamouflage. Usually Glamouflage has loud colors though. Those weren't too loud. Don't know if you saw it on the screen as I passed it, that Camaro. It's a beautiful park. Like I say, the other one though, you got a good view of the mountain and everything. That kind of tops it a little bit in my opinion. The hills are pretty too though. But I'd say not all people, but most get these bikes to not have to pedal so much. Especially in an area like I live in with the hills. That motor is very important. Now, like if you was on flat land and you didn't care about going over 20 mile an hour, a 500 watt would be okay. Figured I'd help myself up this hill a little bit. Uh-oh. Time to get up. Like I say, I work nights. I might ought to turn off the other alarms. I'm gonna stop here in a minute and turn them off. Somebody drove through here with a car with some high mileage, with a wore out catalytic converter. Oh, let's get over here onto the grass in case a car comes. Yeah, the alarm on my phone's gonna go off again every 5 minutes for, I set 5 alarms. I'm a heavy sleeper. Trying to, there we go. There we go. Alrighty. We back. I didn't fumble too long, did I? This holds it pretty good. One time I rode the bike and there's a little lock on the back. And one time I rode without it and it did fine, but it's nice to have that lock area because you know these won't pop out on bumps. Here comes that Camaro. I wouldn't have did that myself, but to each his own. Everybody likes something a little different than the other person. I like a Camaro now. I definitely take the Camaro. I'd even take a convertible, although I prefer a hardtop. You know, like I say, I hope it ain't too bobbly. I did kind of test it on a real short clip in the house. I always try to test the mic and everything. Do a little short clip and test it to make sure everything's functioning right. So, oh, that's somebody's playing with an RC car over here. I was wondering what it looked, first it looked like something was blowing across the parking lot. Like a plastic bag or something. I got closer, I could tell it was RC. Plus then I saw the person operating it on his tailgate. Yeah, for some reason, RC cars are real big right now. I'm not into them. They can get expensive if you get the really nice ones. We're down a bar now, which ain't bad though. We rode a pretty good bit for just one bar to go. Yeah, if this thing keeps doing the bobble thing, like I say, I ain't touched the image stabilization settings on it, so it shouldn't have actually got changed. And here's the deal. Actually, after I noticed that video came out like that, I tried to go into the settings, and when it comes to these GoPros, I'm not that electronically literate. I didn't. I usually have to Google it to find was it ESO or whatever, image stabilization settings. And we're hitting a lot of bumps. So if it's doing the bobbling thing, that gets aggravating. Yeah, I get very aggravated when I go to review it and it's doing that. I don't know why it does that either. Like I say, just up and does it on its own sometimes like that. Yeah, let's hit the road, Jack. It's a TA Trans Am. If you didn't see it, I tried to view it back over there or point it back over that way, but it didn't work. The camera don't seem to bobble a whole lot, but like I say, that video come out like that. I contemplated buying some new brake pads. Like I say, I got one set, but just for one wheel. Like I say, a lot of times it could be just in the brake pad itself doing that. Whatever, you know, the way the material it's made out of, causing it to squeak. And I'd say the ones they put on by, you know, at the factory aren't that, you know, high end. I keep forgetting this bike has turn signals on front and back. That's the biggest plus on this bike. It and the motor. Motor's pretty good. Like I say, it was what you call it? Now we're down 2 bars now, under throttle anyway. No, down 3 bars actually. But it was rated at 750. And the Polarna was rated at 1,000. And this did every bit as good as the Polarna. Woohoo! Oh, there goes Peepers. Chance is his name. I call him Peepers because of his eyes. He got big old eyes. That's my buddy. There we go. But she gets out and goes just as good as she always has. The Polarna on that last ride just seemed like it wasn't hitting as high as it used to. I did change some settings on it though. Let me get the light turned on. But yeah, I entered a group on Facebook for Polarna bikes. And that's when I found out I don't believe Polarna is a company anymore. So yeah, you won't find any new Polarnas like this X01 or anything. Which is sad. I love this bike. Too bad another bike company didn't decide to take over that frame. That frame, that's a good looking frame. They could put their guts on it, you know, the controller and battery and all that. But yeah, from what I understand, Polarna had problems with their the wiring. The actual wires inside were too light of a gauge and they would overheat and short out. And so far I haven't had any problems with that. You know, looking at them out here, they look exactly like those other cables. Yeah, they all look the same. These are a little shinier, I believe. Maybe I could be wrong about that. There's a couple of spiders trying to renovate my garage. I went to grab the phone holder off of the Polarna and went through a spider web. Went to get my weed eater yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yeah. And there was a web up here. Yeah, they seem to live around the door, but there's some over here somewhere too. But yeah, And supposedly Polarna didn't have good customer service. I didn't have to worry about that. I didn't have any troubles. So I couldn't tell you about their customer service. It was just about like anybody else. Took about a week and a half, 2 weeks to get the bike. That's the way I understand most companies do. Look, it's a wee little tiny spider. If you saw him, he gone now. I knocked his home out. But yeah, out of these bikes here, Jansno and Amiet, I'd say would be the ones to look at. You ain't, like I say, you ain't gonna find a Polarna anyway unless it's used. Yeah, there are no more. I've searched them on the internet quite a few times over the last 3 or 4 months, and yeah, even their website, and nothing comes up. The site shows that it's not in in operation or whatever you call it. But it's been a good bike. But yeah, I went into the settings, and it was at 22 amps on the controller. I amped it up all the way to 25. It has a 25 amp controller. They say you can get a controller to go up higher on the amps, which will give you more torques from what I understand. But when you do that, you have to change out the screen and everything and run the cable down there. The controller's down here inside that little box behind the sprocket. This one, the controller's up in here. You can see a little box there underneath the seat. And this one is kind of hanging down here underneath the seat. And the Amiet though, it's a beast. That front motor makes a world of difference. And they're rated at 1,000 watt. I don't know if you can see it there. It says 1,000. JS 1100 8V. Oh no, 48V. Excuse me. That's not a 00. That's a Q, ain't it? 48 volt. Yeah, 1,000 watt. And they're supposed to peak out at 1,500. This one's supposed to be 750, but I know it at least peaks out to 1,000. Because like I say, this one was, oh, excuse me, this one. This is the Polarna. I was pointing at the wrong bike. This one's rated 1,000. This one was 750. But we put them head to head, and I mean by such a slight, outdid it. Just ever so slightly. But yeah, I can't what do you call it, recommend this bike no more. Nobody bought it anyway. It was a little more expensive than the Amiet. I mean Jansno. Okay. Don't know where that came from. I bet I was no, I didn't pass no leaves in the park. Oh, I bet leaving out of the driveway maybe. Yeah, my little tree over here, all the foliage. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, hit the like button. If you made it this far, you might as well subscribe. Hit the bell for all notifications to get an alert every time I put a new video out. And like I say, every video, please, 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 if you like it, hit that like button. It's that easy. Just hit like and it helps the channel out. It helps out tremendously. See, my views depend on how many interactions I get. If I get just one like, it's not gonna really push it out there much. But if I get a bunch of likes, it'll push it out there. And if you like it, you might as well hit like anyway. Comment. Let me know how I'm doing, whether you like it or you hate it. All those, whether it's negative or positive, helps out. And shares, like I say, each interaction boosts it just that much more. So if you come on and you watch it, that helps. You hit like, that helps again. You comment, that helps even more. You done helped me 3 times if you hit like and comment after watching it. And watch it all the way to the end if you can. Hopefully I'm not so boring that you can't. Get back into the light where you can see my face a little better. No, I ain't that pretty, but oh. But anyways, yeah, all the interactions help. And I guess we'll see you next time.